Hey everybody, welcome to the next commentary. Today we are playing some LeBlanc mid into a Kennen. LeBlanc is a character that is all about snowballing and usually wanting to get a pretty big lead early on because she has a ridiculous kit for harass, but also she's very good at preventing the enemy from killing you once you do get fed, and it's also difficult to survivor burst once you are fed too because she is extremely mobile because of her ability. Because what her ability is that her W is a dash forwards, but you can take it back to just teleport back to where you were previously. You don't have to, though. It's a choice, which means that you have, crazy control over, going walls. Her damage is very high. She has super good AP ratios on, every single ability. She's mostly about electrocute triggers, usually. You want to use your W forwards and auto-attack people. That's what I've been doing so far against Kennen. Kennen's not that bad into LeBlanc because she's short range. The thing about LeBlanc that you should always think about is just will my character... Also, I feel like I'd win this, so... I'm surprised that he stepped up to try to fight me there. I kill him if he stays. I'm just going to be last hitting because I want to take some time to get my W back, though. So he's dead. There's literally no way to counter it. He should have just based. He already messed up. So, how LeBlanc works, right, is that getting kills, getting solo kills, I would say is pretty normal. You usually want to play so aggressive to the point that you usually can kill people, and the aggression is going to be done through usually Wing forward, and then once you W forward, you go for, maybe 1 or 2 auto attacks, and then you just back away. And, oh, he messed up. Dude, thank goodness. Other things about LeBlanc to know is that, when you use your W forward and you use your auto attack to hit somebody, you can actually recast W to go back, and your auto attack will usually go off no matter what, making it so you can get off that third auto attack without letting them get it back. So usually when I do a level 1 to level 2 trading pattern, for Kennen, he could get bonus attack speed, so it's a little bit different, but a lot of times I will W forward onto somebody, auto attack, and then for the next auto, as it's going off, I'll press W to go back, and that will be the third auto, or the second auto total, but I usually land W, which then makes it so he takes a pretty ridiculous amount of damage, right? We just poke him a little bit. We saw that Kennen was, partially rotating. Wow, I'm surprised that they both walked into me there. That was kind of strange. I have to get red buff on this guy, but I'm pretty sure I'm just dead. Unless this movement speed is going to save me. Oh my gosh, it is. Oh, goodness gracious. There was a, scuttle crab thingy for me to grab. I'm gonna walk further away just in case Kane did want to continue rotating. My mid wave is screwed, but that's okay. We managed to get a double kill because the Jace ran back into my W. We got a big kill onto them. With LeBlanc, the things that we're going to be paying attention to for, trading patterns is that, firstly, level 6 is massive for you. Your ultimate is spammable and can be used at, any point in the game. It costs no mana, which is absurd, so you don't ever have mana issues, technically, which means that, for instance, I don't even have, a mana rune, and it works completely fine. But, you can also do trades where you usually can hit them with just a little bit of poke, even without landing your W. One important thing, I guess, to know about LB is that despite you maxing W, and usually when you max an ability, that's your ability that's the most important to land all the time, you can actually use usually your other abilities pretty okay, and the trading will still deal a ton. So if I use my W forwards but don't land it on him, but rather just do Q, sudden impact is something that you usually take, which is that true damage aspect, and you can see that it's kind of starting to get him a lot lower, and it feels like... Oh, well, I went into that one. Usually you'll never ever get hit like the way that I did, but that was my mistake. I'm about to level up. So we'll just immediately all in at level 6, because we know that we can easily do that, and we got another kill. use double distortion there. What your ultimate is that it just copies your last used ability. And of course, if it was like W or something, you can even go back to it if needed. We didn't really need to there. I just went back to my original W instead because you can go back to a lot of different stuff. Wow, these guys are so low. But despite them being low, I don't think that I can get anybody. This isn't warded, right? I don't think so. Anyways, we have a pretty gigantic lead, and that's honestly pretty standard. We're happy about being fed. The goal is still to just pressure with our ultimate consistently. For your ultimate damage, you can kind of use your E and Q interchangeably, because your Q and your E are very similar, where they have two parts, where your E is the chain that will attach to somebody, deal damage, and if you stay within range of them, it does damage and snares them. And then your Q is that you mark someone, and using any other ability and landing onto them will detonate the mark. The AP ratio on the ultimate form of them are very similar. It's just that the Q in regular form is not the same. The E AP ratio is way better than the Q AP ratio, just to be clear. We'll just do a E-flash to kill that guy. I might walk into Kennen here. So that's why I'm gonna just sweep. Because I know that it's too difficult to fight him when he has his ultimate available, even though I'm fed. How Kennen works is that Kennen is all about usually landing a stun onto you, and then after he stuns you, he will ulti and like stun you again with his micro stun, because he has a 3-hit passive stun, and his ultimate does more damage the longer that you're inside of it too, and the damage is absurdly high on it, and the AP ratio is also good. So because all of the damage like comes through with his abilities, the burst damage is kind of high, which means that usually I try to not ever fight him. Oh my goodness, dude. I'm definitely dead here. Sadly. The thing is that I actually played it, like, okay as well. I played it okay because I didn't really get hit by his ultimate. I got hit by one single trigger of it, but because I was forced to go backwards, then he kind of, like, made it so I got near him, which unfortunately made it so I died. It's definitely not good that I died too, because carrying on LeBlanc is difficult. Getting fed is easy, because you're going to notice around mid and late game, thankfully, enemy team comp isn't really that challenging to face today. I feel like some champions are harder than others, but you deal a lot of damage, but you're super short range as a character. So when you dash forwards, you're getting near people. That means they can usually hit you back, and when they have items too, a lot of times when you get hit back, it's gonna hurt bad. And that's why she's difficult to carry on. Oh, there's a pink ward in there. I guess I could just clear it out. In the meantime, I'm not worth a shutdown anymore, so thankfully if I do get caught again, I don't feel like it's going to be too substantial, besides, like, of course, losing farm and stuff, which never I really want to be happening, but... See how much damage that did just from, like, a single Q that's only level 2? Like, it's absolutely absurd how much damage it does. And then now we just can kind of just, like, wait around. If he uses his Q, I'm down to, like, walk forward and just see if I can land something, and if I can't, that's okay, we'll just go back. There's no reason to probably, like, stay near him. Oh, wow, that kind of hurts. Bad. We can probably hit this. We can also go for a Q underneath the turret. He did auto-attack me, though, and the auto-attack, of course, can't be, like, removed, so I will get hit back a little bit. Dude, I need this. Here, you want to share it, dude? I'll even give you 2. Enjoy. Just gonna sweep real fast and just see if anybody's in this area, and then we'll just Q that guy again for a little bit of damage again, just to make it so it's a little bit easier to fight him, because if I can ever... That definitely did not land there. Man, LeBlanc E is so buggy. I can't believe that worked. So when LeBlanc chains somebody, as long as you stay within range, which shows of this circle, then it will make it so the tether goes through. Upon the enemy leaving the tether range, it's supposed to untether. It goes away. But for some reason, even though he left the tether range, it didn't go away. And I could still hit him with it, which chained him one time, and then I just chained again because I have my ultimate available. I'm just going to use it immediately. The AP ratio of your... I said that it was, like, super broken and stuff, but I guess I never mentioned what it is. The AP ratio of your E is 125%. So it's 5% stronger than a Luxar in terms of AP ratio on a basic ability, and then the ultimate copies it again. So if you land, like, full combo onto somebody, you have 125%, Q is 80% if you land both parts, W is also 80%. It kind of starts adding up. And, of course, if you do 2 chains, then suddenly it's going to be, like, that much better. But we still are very squishy and can get caught very easily. So we're just going to be hitting this mid lane turret because he kind of just left to go bot side. I'm not really going to do any roaming right now. I feel like just getting this mid lane turret is fine with me. So I'm just going to continue hitting it for a little bit. Wow, I don't know how that E landed, but okay. I'm not going to try to give him a chance to even auto-attack me when I use my W forward like that. But when you finally have your W max, this is a really nice spot to be in because you can start using your W, obviously, way more frequently now because the cooldown's very low. Making it so you can, like, spam and stuff. See how much damage that did? It's kind of insane. Like, there's nothing really he can do against me without having his teammate around, and if they're already busy doing something else, then it just makes it that much easier for me. I'm even not, like, snapping back immediately, because I know that if he was to go towards me, I could probably snap back before he even stuns me, which means that I'm, like, at a pretty low risk of ever getting caught. I could maybe kill if I did QRW on him if he went forward. Yeah. I just ignite him as well. The thing is about LeBlanc, and this was when I was level 10, is that your burst is extremely high when you get to high AP numbers because of her AP ratios. Because I just did, like... This is total 440 damage plus 440 again, so pressing this plus this is already about 900 damage. And then that doesn't even count Luden's triggering too. Luden's triggers, and it does have, like, a passive that does bonus damage too. I also popped Ignite just in case he didn't get finished from it, but, yeah, detonating your Q kind of feels really good. So once they actually get chunked, usually they just die. And of course, in our case, we did QR and then W, so it was, like, even better. He almost got me. I had to wait for CDs there. What we did is that I used my ultimate again, also at level 11, and you should think of LeBlanc ultimate as a Lux ultimate in terms of using it all the freaking time. Do not ever stop using your ultimate all game long. You can use it to poke people, you can use it to run away from people, whatever it might be. You should be spamming the crap out of this ability. The cooldown is only 30 seconds without Ultimate Hunter. So spammable. You can literally be using it all game, and you will never, ever, like, feel like your ultimate is usually not already coming back up. So what I did is that I used all of my abilities, but my Q was the last used ability on him, so I pressed R to mark him, and the mark lasts 3.5 seconds? Okay, so, like, then I just waited for my Q, and when I Q'd him, the mark of my R, which mimicked my Q, detonated it, and just... the mark of the ultimate... Let me just double check. Okay, it's 5% less, but the damage is so similar that I would say that you should just think of it equally. So, my Q, which was mimicked by my R... still has like 120% AP ratio, so when I hit him, it did a ridiculous amount because the second part is the thing that does the most. So when you use Mimic form of your chain or your Q, the most important part is the chain popping or the Q getting triggered. So that's why I had it on him. Should have been able to kill him there if I just land my ability, but I made a mistake and missed, so that's my fault. We can probably just grab this over here just to heal myself. My ultimate's coming back up in 20 seconds. My team is also in a kind of strange fight, somewhat. Darn. You know what? I can probably maybe kill this Jhin upon having my R, maybe. And then I'm just not gonna want to die. I don't even care if it's the support that would get the kill. What I did is I just waited for my ultimate to be back up. I know that this is also a little bit risky here because she could try to go for me, but I feel as though I could still get away with it if I see that she's not really posturing very aggressive, which she is not. I can try to rotate to this. I can't go for him. It's not possible. I don't really like how low I am, so I'm going to be fully basing here, and we'll build a Medjai's. This is pretty risky to do, but sometimes you can easily get it to 25 stacks on a character like this because it's so easy to solo kill people when you get to this stage of the game where your potential to just one-tap people over and over again is nuts. I was rotating towards the dragon just in case a fight broke out and my teammates were losing, but because they won it, instead, I will just go top lane. The way that we ever catch somebody who's mobile like this would be 2 chains. So one chain lands, other chain lands, now he's just dead. There's literally no way out after you get hit by that, because my Q also is on him, and the second part of your ability can detonate the Q. So when the Q is on his head, and then my E still isn't triggered yet, my E trigger will pop, that will burst this, and that's why it does like 800 damage suddenly. And now, we will just look for kind of just walking around where there's hopefully good vision control, and we just consistently try to kill people still. We see that everybody's bot side, though, because 2 of them are dead, and there's 3 bot, and that's obviously 5 people, which is the whole team, which means that we can just shove this and just take it, because nobody's here. We see that everybody's bot side. The person that's going to come top side is somebody else. I can also put down a pink ward for now. I guess I could rotate to the fight if the fight continues further, but if my team, like, all dies before I get there, then obviously that's kind of a big deal. Nice, so that guy dies. We just played kind of patient. Darn, I was trying to use that with you so I can get over there, but if you can kill that guy on your own, I guess. She is kind of low. My ultimate's coming back up pretty soon. But there's also a Jhin mid that's way too far up, and I think I would rather go for him because all we do is just press QR. This is fine, too. Yeah, so he just died and used flash and barrier, so there was no way for him to survive it. This Jace probably wants to go to his camps. Or Kennen will, like, rotate as well. And you could see I just used my ultimate. It's already coming back up. So if we just, like, camp and just wait, they'll probably have somebody walk in. And even if they don't have somebody walk in immediately, I still might be able to, like, sit in this area and just see if somebody goes for, like, mid-wave. These bot fights where my teammates are trying to fight right now don't make any sense whatsoever. Everybody should just be playing towards the top side where this Baron is. It's okay, though. We see that Kennen's honestly kind of far away. I'm going to try to rotate over to assist, but he might die before I get there. No, never mind. He did not die. Sick. That guy dies pretty easily. I have Nami here, but I'm honestly dying. Badly. Holy shiz. Please don't kill me. Okay, I could still maybe help kill this guy. Because there's no way that I die unless it's like Jhin at this point. Did you see Shock Blast? dang. I was coming over to help, but it wasn't really necessary. We didn't lose our 25 stack Medjais. So yeah, this is like a pretty standard LeBlanc game. But anyways, thanks for watching. That was game 1 of it. I'll try to do game 2. You want to get fed in like all of your games. I'm going to try to do the same exact stuff as the first game. And yeah. GG. Once you get fed on this character, you just need to make sure you don't make mistakes of throwing away your advantage. Otherwise, it gets so challenging to win. But we kind of popped off and we're able to like just kill people on repeat. Anyways, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for game 2. Like the video if you liked it. Peace out. Bye. Hey everybody, welcome to game number 2 of the LeBlanc. We are versus a Nasus in this game. Nasus is a character that he usually just wants to farm out and like just get stacks of his ability. Sometimes they might go Doran's Ring and just like harass you with E during the early game, but usually they care more about the stacks. I feel like killing him will be easier during the early game than later on. So okay, took a turret shot, got it. We'll just do some poking on him. I don't know the reasoning for him to do that, but I guess we'll just wait and see what happens, because we have like decent poke onto him now. And if he has to step up for these minions, we'll just poke more every single time he steps up, really. You can see that his E damage is, like, okay. When it hits me, it does hurt kind of bad. Electrocute trigger, he's 1 HP. I'll just pop my potion just in case, like, a Shyvana ganks me, even though it's very unlikely. If I land chain on him, it's huge. I don't want to miss the cannon. Just poke him a little bit more. And we have good stuff going for ourselves right now. I'm just gonna try to stop his base, and surprisingly, I didn't get hit by the turret there, so that's not bad for me. We'll just auto attack a couple times just to like really get him lower, because I'm trying to kill with Ignite, of course, because he has no sums, because he did whatever he did earlier. That was very weird. And he has no mana, so I guess I'll just, like, burn everything to just shove out the wave and just reset here. We're up 10 farm on him. The rest of the team, that's the enemy team, obviously probably aren't playing as strangely as this guy, and I wouldn't also count him out, because even though this Nasus has done some weird stuff, I've lost games to people who are really far behind as Nasus, and they make a comeback, so... Especially if, like, my teammates lose, too. Because there's a lot of people for me to kill this game, and if Nasus just becomes tanky, which he does, it gets very, very challenging to beat him, ever. When he uses his ultimate, he gets, like, HP and magic resist, and usually it becomes so much of an issue that, like, you can never one-shot him. And then, because LeBlanc, something that I didn't mention inside the first game is that she's really single-target. Most of your burst is all single target damage, so because of that, if you're inside of a team fight, you only can like take out one person at a time, which is why usually getting picks is like the best way to play her. This is fine. If he really wants to base, I guess he can. I mean, that will just like make him even fall further behind, so... But Nami's here to bail him out, so he's able to just shove. Kind of what I was talking about with like how difficult it is to kill Nasus is that he kind of just regens a ridiculous amount. Like, because his passive is just straight up lifesteal. It's so annoying killing him because of that. So whenever he gets to auto attack anything, he just is like slowly regenning himself back up. Also, you can last it with Q. Didn't mention that inside the first game, but when you last it with Q, it lowers the CD by half, and it gives you back the full mana amount, so you don't lose any mana while trying to CS more effectively using it. We'll just build an Amp Tome and just rotate back mid lane. You can see that he's already just building Merc Treads, which will make my life definitely more difficult. We'll just have to chain him every single time to try to get a kill. CS per minute, not looking crazy. It's just like a little bit better than his. His flash and stuff that was down super early on should be coming back up. His ghost definitely is back up. His chase potential is also absurd because he has phase rush, so you have to be wary of that as well. Darn, I want to do one auto attack there, but couldn't do it. So I'd prefer to do 2 chains, if possible, to, like, keep them locked down for a long time, if I can. Yeah, this is fine. So we have another chain, so even if he does this, then he's just kind of not able to actually phase rush on me, so we got his ghost and stuff. I don't know if he thought that I wasn't going to save chain for him, but of course I will. We can poke him a little bit, but as you can see, even with me landing chain and Q, it's just not going to deal like the most. But because we did use our ultimate, no mana cost, so thankfully we're not completely out of mana, despite spamming our abilities kind of frequently here to try to just slowly whittle him down, because we need to get strong enough to usually be able to kill by slowly getting him chunked and then having my ultimate come back up before his ultimate's up, and then we can, like, try to utilize that. I'm just gonna try to auto-attack him once again, even though I know that there's probably no way to get him. Was there just a plant and river that he went to go collect? I mean, he was able to successfully dodge my ability. My chain, so I couldn't 2-chain him. Maybe it was honestly worth it. All I can do is get him so low, but I can't ever actually kill. And probably I would get ganked before anybody ganks for me, so I probably just have to leave. Because there's not much for us to do. With Nami healing him back up and stuff, there's just no way. Also, I'm not going to go anti-heal because I feel as though I'm still going to have too many mana issues if I spam all the time. So I'd rather probably finish my item and then go anti-heal later on. The team is losing hard. I mean, and I didn't get fed, sadly. So this game, for me, is really challenging to carry. Playing against, like, bruisers mid lane as LeBlanc is honestly probably more difficult than almost every other pick, usually. Unless you're versus something very specific like Vex or Lissandra who can, like, lock you down when you go in. But this is a whole other set of issues. That being said, though, we can still maybe deal with it. I'll face check her. I don't know if she's here or not, but I want to see if this is being done. It's not. Interesting. Interesting. Where on earth did she go? I didn't even see her pathing. Did she really just, like, base? So Zach's going to be able to take that. We just poke him a little bit. That's all we can really do. We can, like, auto-attack as well, but he'll just use whatever, whenever, because it doesn't really feel too threatening to go versus me, probably. Zach is getting initiated on. I'm going to try to rotate to help him, but it's not exactly the easiest to get to. Because they're just going to walk away. So then I spend all of that time going over for nothing. And the team is still just unable to really get stable footing themselves, which is making my life miserable. And nobody wanted to gank Nasus too, which is, like, also miserable. Because I can't get fed mid on my own, ever. We probably need to somehow look for roams, even though I know that roaming is going to set Nasus even further ahead. Thankfully, he dies. I mean, he did use his flash earlier, and yeah, see, one gank is not all I really needed. That is one of the things that I also dislike about playing versus LeBlanc, is that if you ever get ganks happening, you can set up so well, and if anything ever doesn't get set up well, it still feels as though you can just walk away afterwards. Maybe I shouldn't go Ludens this game. I wonder if I can go, like, Blackfire Torch, because for some reason, maybe if it's Nasus, that means that I should just go for more burn heavy rather than burst, because I'll never be able to burst him? I don't really know. We'll just have to walk away really far. He'll probably, like, shove out pretty hard where I would most likely get stopped if I didn't base further away. I do have my fully completed item. Yeah, I guess because we have Ludens and I can't afford the other one, I probably should just commit for this. We'll just buy a sweeper as well, because I might need to try to salvage another laner too. Because top and bot both are losing hard. I just don't know how easy it's going to be for me to gank, realistically. Just poke him. But he did pop R, so... Q'd me twice, almost dead. Poke him a little bit, but that's all we can really do, because everybody's busy with the bot side fight that's going on. Once again, just trying to weave in auto attacks and stuff as frequently as we can. I was very lucky that the chain landed there. I just kind of threw it, anticipating my W was going to land on him, but he just flashed it. This game is so weird, but definitely at least shows the issues with this character, which is sometimes kind of significant ones. So, CS per minute still looking just okay. I mean, it's not tremendous. I don't have my Sork boots just yet. I wish that I could afford it, but I can't. I probably should be, I guess, not that concerned about Nasus anymore, considering he didn't go Merc Treads. He actually went Ionian boots, and I feel like that was kind of a mistake on his end, because he could have made himself so freaking tanky against me. I feel like it really would have ruined my game plan. Wow, I was able to land it without taking turret shot? I thought I was a little bit too far up, but I guess not. That's fine, we'll just, like, chill back. He'll just use his ultimate to do something, and then we'll just be patiently waiting for a moment to kill their bot laner, because he is so freaking fed. This Vel'Koz is an issue right now. We can poke a little bit, but I probably have to save my distortion of my ultimate, otherwise I'm never going to be able to get him. I haven't roamed all game, so I'm going to do my first roam, which should be pretty unexpected. Yeah, Siobhan is here, so probably don't want to be fighting this one because of that. But the good news is that Shyvana used her ultimate, and Nami did too, so 2 ultimates down and nobody really died. Zac can just go defend mid. If Zac now goes to, like, try to assist bot side, they won't have anything to use, technically. They're still deciding to go for the turret rather than just backing away afterwards. Let's just clear out this vision. I know that Zac's probably dead mid, but... Right? No, you're not dead. You were almost dead. Dude, my bot lane actually needs so much help that I feel like I should just sit down here and wait. Get an Ash Arrow. Nice. So we got Nami Flash, and I also was able to still help out with getting the kill. Yeah, dude, I see you. Okay, you're gonna mess around with me. I will just flash because there's no way for them to, I guess, assist with... Oh, wait. If they can slow him more, they could maybe chase him now because he wanted to get me very badly. Like, it's kind of... Where I was basing wasn't that risky for me. It's risky stepping up because then something like that can happen. He just gave a massive shutdown to my teammate because he just wanted to stop my base. It's also the Kennen from last game, if that matters, but... I don't know if there's a hidden... thing about that. She's gonna live with 1 HP? Dude, I wish that, we weren't losing so hard as a team. It's so challenging for me to, honestly get fed versus them because they have so many tanky people. But, that's okay. It's whatever. We can just, like, poke this guy a little bit. There. Got her ultimate out. My ultimate is so short, and hers is one that I feel will be definitely longer than this. Also, Mbessa got a really good gank off bot side. I'm just going to continue shoving mid. Since Shyvana is kind of weak after I forced her into dragon form, when she shows up again, there's no way that I'm going to be at risk of getting caught now. I can just continue taking this turret. So that is what we will do. I haven't seen this GP like all game. I know that I've seen him like pop and stuff, but... the Nami step up towards me, like I'm not just gonna immediately one-shot you with that turret being so low, so I'm just gonna send her back to base. Thank goodness that guy died before he can get off his ultimate, because I kind of was waiting for my CDs there. Also, Mbessa unfortunately continued doing the dragon and made a mistake. I mean, they're over here, but I don't think that I can kill them. Okay, cool. Took a little bit of effort to get them, but we did manage to do it. I'm now 5-0. I'd have... I'm gonna go... Medjai's. Maybe we can keep Medjai's alive. But I'm gonna go Void Staff also to try to deal with some of the magic resist that they're probably gonna be building on the people that I still will have to hit during some team fights, like frontline. Bro is so fast. Well, I kind of got chunked really hard, and because I did, that's most likely an issue, because I could get caught. It's not that difficult to kill me at this point. I am going behind these guys, though, and they are very overextended. Darn, I was hoping that she would be here, but she wasn't. We can probably do Rift Herald. I feel like we might have enough time to do it if we rush it, right? We do? Yeah, Baron's gonna spawn soon, but I feel like we can maybe do it. forgot when it exactly spawns, but I'm just gonna use my ultimate just to try to burst it even harder. And then we got it, nice. And now I can start building the next component for my Void Staff. Because Nasus is just kind of split pushing, he's just, you know, stacking and making himself very strong. He's like 500 stacks, and then the goal is to kind of try not to fight him very much, because he's going to be probably split pushing. Wow, I walked straight into the queue, that sucked. I don't have my ultimate up yet, though, which is probably the bigger concern, because I kind of need it available. We just do the smallest bit of poke, because I feel like Sona can heal me back up, and then I want to use my ultimate every single time. Okay, your healing is not very substantial just yet, but it will get there. Wow, that's very aggressive by them. We just poke again, that's chill. Okay, so that guy dies and burned his flash too. He probably is desperate to try to kill me because I have a pretty significant amount of bounty now, plus also getting my Medjais would be substantial for the team. But every single time that I don't get killed like that is very, very good, because we need to kind of stay ahead of the curve on this champion so I can continue trying to kill their like super tanky targets with just having an absurd amount of stuff. Also, NASA just got a massive shutdown from Mbessa. That's terrible. That's really, really bad. I got ignited. Ouch, dude. Can you, Sona heal me back up? Please? Oh my gosh, dude. The damage that his Q does is so bonkers. Ouch. Also, Nasus might actually beat this Zac if he fights him, so I'm hoping that's not going to be happening while I just go take some plants to heal myself. And I want to pressure through making sure that they can never put down vision control and stuff. Yeah, that's fine. So we got that guy's flash. So I want to try to do Baron by keeping control of this area always ours. And if we can keep the area ours, then we can probably just like focus on doing the Baron over and over again. Dragon is up though, so I guess I'm kind of down to just like contest that first. Just poking. We're not gonna like all in or anything. Zac is doing it. I kind of just wanted to have my teammates go help out with it, but I guess that we just poke a little bit and then we just back off. We just do that over and over again. So now Nami's almost dead. She'll probably have to base. Please don't die top lane again, dude. Please don't die top. Okay, good. She was able to beat him. Ooh, wow. You were actually here? Darn. I was going to wait inside the brush for a moment, but I didn't know if anybody was going to be rotating, so I decided against it. Tiny poke onto the GP. I might be able to honestly one-tap this guy, but they might also send a bunch of people down to try to get me because I'm kind of far up and we're not really pressuring on the map. Like my team isn't. Like if we were pressuring Baron, then I could probably do it because then if they send multiple and if they chase me out all the way, my team would be able to secure an objective in the meantime, but I don't think that's happening. I probably just want to go Death Cap next to get like a huge AP number and then just try to continue one-tapping their squishies is best, probably. Darn, you are literally walking into me, so you're trying to reveal me? Oh, let's just, like, combo this guy, just, like, chunk him. Can I make it so she ulties? Ooh, nice. Good. I feel like getting Siobhan ultimate out is nice, even though we kind of just burnt my teammate's ultimate, too. So, Oh, I took it from her. That's funny. Ambessa's fighting bot side hard. Nice, she won. Cool. Darn it, dude. I messed up my E. But he still died to ignite. Wow, that's crazy. Well, all we did is just initiate on him and just burn everything, because I felt like we could maybe try, since I know that he is a champion that is very squishy. See, Shyvana doesn't have ultimate, so she's so worthless when she doesn't have it. And then this Nami's on her own, so... That person just dies too very easily, and then we just go back to the Baron, and we can just start taking it. Because everybody's dead. I will just base. We have a needless purchase for ourselves. I'll just keep my Dorans just to have more AP. We have 511 AP. My Q hits for like 800. My E hits for like 800. My ultimate hits for like 1200. It hits for 1200 right now. For like the chain and the Q mimic. Oh, he's just dead. As soon as we catch him, he's just gone. There's nothing that really they can do. This person's going to be like banning LeBlanc next game after losing 2 games, probably feeling like you only lost to me. I have no idea if somebody's around this wall or not. I'll just help the team take the turrets. I mean, Nasus is still split pushing, but he's just doing his own thing. So this game, I wasn't able to get fed in lane, but you could see that, like, eventually I still was able to get fed. It just took some time, because some matchups are so difficult to actually kill. But usually you can still get to the point where you can still win like that. I'm gonna pretend this is, like, actually me, so, like, maybe Nasus goes for me or something. Oh, wow, that did no damage. Holy crap. My Q was supposed to be, like, a finisher, but it did 0 to him. Oh, wow, that guy survived the electrocute trigger. But, anyways, thanks for watching Game 2. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. This is how you play LeBlanc, and stay tuned if you want to see an arena game, and I'll see you guys in the next commentary. Peace out, have a great day and all that, and I'll see you guys next time. I'm going to look at this Nasus profile. I'm just kind of curious, like, what he means, because... 300 LP... Wow, he plays a lot of Nasus recently, but otherwise he usually plays other things. Is this usually Nasus mid? I think it might be. You know, using your Flash and Ghost early game on Nasus didn't even seem that bad to just dodge one important ability, I guess. Maybe it really is the best way to play it. I don't really know. Anyways, thanks for watching. Peace out. Have a great day. Bye. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the LeBlanc Arena. We are starting off with some silver augments here. I don't really know if I really like any of these. I'm not really the biggest fan. Witchful just gives us 70 AP. I think I would rather have that more than anything else. So now we have like a substantial amount of AP during the early game, because I'm sure that LeBlanc's AP ratios in this game mode are pretty good. If I remember correctly, LeBlanc in this game mode usually is absolutely terrible and usually does poorly. So just be aware of that. Like, she's like, when I looked up statistics, like one of the worst champions in Arena. Straight up. But that doesn't mean that if you don't get stuff that's like really good for her, she can become good. It's just that she's super inconsistent with what she can sometimes do. I could probably get one of those. Nice. Nice. Got him before he was able to kill my teammate. Chains on this guy. He can't flash away. And then we'll just kill him. Yeah, having the bonus EP definitely is feeling pretty good during the early game. The reason why LeBlanc's probably not very good in Arena is because the early game can go okay, but as soon as you reach mid-game, a lot of characters get really tanky, and she sucks at killing tanks. Like, is really, really, really bad. Unless you have some crazy stuff to make it so you can't, with, like, either items or augments and stuff, and... yeah, the choices here are pretty terrible, so Vladimir to make it so everybody gets one augment together seems pretty good with me. Give everybody Gamba Anvil, says the person doing Anvil Run. Dude, if it actually does give them that, that would be crazy. Like, he spoke it into existence. Infernal Conduit. Whoa, everybody having Infernal Conduit definitely is interesting. It's definitely better for people who, like, kind of, I think, use their abilities as most of their damage more so than people who auto-attack. But we have an infinite stacking burn, but also whenever you apply a burn onto people and the burn is ticking, it lowers your CDs by a little bit, and then it is more efficient with the more burn effects you have on them. I think I just realized that the burn doesn't look like it's ticking for me. I don't know if that, like, matters because it's a target dummy or it's because you're only gonna have one person that, like, benefits from it or something. I don't see my abilities ticking at all. Oh no, actually I did. Just kidding. Just tiny poke. Then we'll just kill this guy too. I don't know how Lucian applies his burn. Is it only through... He doesn't get it through his passive, I believe. It's probably just his Q and his W, and that's it. I wonder if the ultimate applies the burn per auto attack, or if it's just one time, or if it's like a periodic thing. Because Lucian does shoot a lot of shots with his ultimate. It would be so goofy if every single shot that hit, because it is individual shots, would stack it. It'd be really insane, actually. No idea if it actually does, though. Okay, so not my favorite choice is Detonation Orb for sure. Because we just want to make it so we can store the damage onto people if they're more difficult to kill, so I can actually get them with my stuff. Do you have your ultimate? Or did he already use it? He already used it? The second part of my chain does trigger the burn effect, so that does do 2 parts of it. I wonder if that means that my Q does 2 parts too. I have no idea. Damn, that guy literally exploded so fast. Holy, okay. He'll probably use that, right? No, he won't. Okay, well, he'll just die too. My Infernal Conduit damage is not looking too good. Dude, Infernal Conduit doesn't really deal that much. If I have 10 stacks on somebody, it only does 80 damage per second for 5 seconds, and 80 damage after, like, magic resist is barely anything. But of course, if you can, like, get it rolling, that's when the true, like, crazy damage numbers come out, but it kind of doesn't really do that much if the rounds go quickly. We're just gonna go Liandry's because, the efficiency of resetting your abilities is actually really crazy with the burn. Like, it's very powerful. So if I just build more burn items, I can make it where my cooldowns are really, really, really short, which sounds really crazy. I feel like it's probably the best way to play it. Plus, also, this will give me slight tankiness, too. She has a Cloak of Starry Night. That's, like, one of the best magic resist items to get for people, because that's just going to make it so my damage is, like, not even there. Lee Sin doesn't have Flash. Nice. Will is full burster. Good combo. Nice job running away, Lucian. And have we lost a single round? We have not. Dude, being inside of first place and not losing any rounds feels so good because you know that you can do, like, massive risks where I could maybe try to save up for another Prismatic. Maybe I wanted to look for the Pyromancer's Cloak or something to try to get it myself. Huh. The Power Flower isn't that bad. I feel like Home Guard doesn't really matter. Fire Sail. Ocean Soul. I'll take Ocean Soul. I'm going to take Ocean Soul because since we're in first, I am down to look for Dragonheart, and if I get Dragonheart, then it gives us souls, and if you get, like, 7 souls, then that will unlock Elder, and Elder is a burn, so that would be, like, another burn effect. Also, if you get Elder, you usually kind of deal a lot of damage and just kind of win after finishing it. It's really ridiculous. Wow, that hurt really, really badly. That didn't land? I'm dead, for sure. Yeah, just kill me. You got me. Jewel Gauntlet on you. A calculated Jewel Gauntlet. Goodness gracious. Yeah, the Kha'Zix, when I use my E, I knew he was going to try to kill Lucian, so I used my chain, because if it lands on him, I can, it reveals stealth. So I was trying to reveal him so I could try to one-shot him, because if I don't one-shot him and I miss, then there's just no way we can do anything versus them whatsoever. Which is exactly what happened. It's fine, though. Do I really want to build another burn effect? Otherwise, I can save my money, and if I get 1 kill this round, plus, besides the 1 kill, if next round, which is the stat selection phase, it gives me a Fortune Shard that's 750 gold, which would give me the perfect amount to be able to afford a Prismatic. So I'm not going to buy an item. I'm just going to see. Because we are kind of still really healthy. We might honestly be able to win without an item. I just took their cone away from them. Not that it matters that much, but... Dude, she does not die. Oh! Holy crap, they are unironic. Well, I mean, I did say LeBlanc is kind of like, ugh, like, kind of not really the best champion for Arena, and it's kind of starting to show. We did get a Fortune Shard. What do you know? Rune Carver. Rune Carver usually is pretty efficient for LeBlanc because she dashes very frequently, which means that she's able to get Rune Carver to quickly stack because it stacks better with dashes, and if it stacks quickly, then you can make it so it dishes out a ton, of course. This guy also has Cloak of Starry Night? Why does everybody have Cloak of Starry Night? What? Firefox. Smolder is a difficult champion to beat because all he does is stand still and you can't juke anything. He'll just auto attack and press Q on you, so there's no, like, outplay potential. Dude, he doesn't die. Like, how many times do I have to hit this guy? Holy crap, the detonation orb did enough with the Rune Carver. It did 4,000 damage that round. Jeez, it's so difficult. Like, look how little damage Infernal Conduit does. It's just that it helps out with resetting my CDs well. It does, like, no damage. I guess maybe Lucian might be taking the damage, because once again, only one person will be getting it. I don't know if I still want to be searching for this Dragon Heart or not. Revives no longer occur. Okay, that could be interesting. Killing time. Yeah, I guess I'll save it. I was like thinking about if I wanted to maybe grab Celestial Body, which will make me tankier, because sometimes I just feel that even if I deal less, I can still just play for Rune Carver, and even if Rune Carver does less, at least I can last long enough that the being able to trigger it more times than usual. Oh, this guy got Mark's Mage on Silas. No, that's so effective on him. Oh, my teammate died. Darn. Well, it's over. There's no way to win this now. The chances of me winning this are basically non-existent. Okay. We kinda popped the heck off versus that guy. Damn, kinda crushed him there. Okay, so... no Dragon Heart, really. No, actually, anything that's good whatsoever. All of it is trash. What? Wow. What on earth? What kind of choices were that? Okay, well, that sucks, kinda. Because I don't really have much crit to even make this that useful for my E to trigger a longer snare. I think I'd rather have something else. Oh, Tom Kench was dead? Wait, when did he die? What? But your Hellfire Hatchet doesn't, like, deal that, like, it doesn't one-shot people. What? So I feel like it can't be from that. We'll take movement speed and size so I can run around easier and try to catch people, I guess. I'm gonna be just saving my money because I probably have to, like, change my build path a little bit because of what I found. I think that we need to get rid of this starting item eventually and buy something, and it still might be another Prismatic. I might instead go for a Void Staff because we don't necessarily deal the most, though. I'm not really sure yet. This round probably is just a loss. I don't see how we can burn through a massive shield and also her sustain unless we somehow can kill her through Rune Carver, like, maybe proccing all the time and stuff. Yeah, that did a pretty insane amount of damage, have to admit. Like, I don't really deal much to Sona either. doing the most. Yeah, I do not deal any damage to them, dude. I'm trying so hard to make it so I can even, like, survive long enough for it to maybe be able to deal just the smallest amount, but it's dealing nothing at all. Outlaw's Grit is probably the best thing here. Yep. So this is just, like, armor and magic resist. These guys aren't the easiest to beat, are they? I decided to just buy an item. I'll just sell my Force of Entropy next round, because I'd rather have anything. There's no way to fight them. Well, anyways, I mean, that's probably, not gonna lie, one of the best chances of us even doing well with LeBlanc, because getting first place is so challenging. Sona's S tier, Udyr's S tier. I'm playing a, like, F tier champion, but we still managed to do pretty good on her. So thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out. Bye.